I'm Lord Ryujin, and this topic is about the PS4. Now, I'm sure it's a general hot topic going around the internet right now about the PS4. Sony did just announce it a few days ago at a press conference, which I was unfortunate enough to have missed. But going back and seeing the controllers and going back and seeing its supposed capabilities in the video, I wanted to give my opinion about it, and here it goes. I am actually looking forward to the PS3, more so for the experience of the controller. I've always said that the controller makes the system. This is true with the Wii U. Having recently got my hands on a Wii U and actually holding the controller in my hand and actually playing the game beyond just a few demos at GameStop or something, I can actually say that the controller does actually make the experience. This has been true with the Wii. This has been true time and time again, that the controller makes the experience, and I'm glad that they're getting away from the DualShock. I kind of like the idea of sharing, although I'm not sure if they're going to go through with that. We'll have to see what they do with it. However, what's got me a little weird about it is the light thing. I mean, yeah, the light is an indicator. It's supposed to light up. It's supposed to be able to, light up based on the situation and play and all that other stuff. But I thought that's what the Move controller did, and they also showed the Move controller working for it. So, there's a lot of questions that need to be answered in that. There's a lot of gray area. Is this going to be backwards compatible? The camera, kind of weird to me. I thought the PlayStation Eye worked, but the fact that this has got a dual camera maybe tracks better, so maybe Move will be more accurate, maybe the controller will be more accurate. Who really knows? Is this thing going to be bundled into the system? I hope so. But here's my big thing. I don't understand why anybody is really making such a big deal about this. I mean, this is something that kind of happened, It's like, oh, Sony's stock went down after their presentation because there wasn't much of a difference between the PS3 and the PS4. And all I can say is, duh. Of course there's not much difference between the PS3 and the PS4. You're talking about a technological leap that basically hasn't happened. I mean, let's face it, with the Wii and the Wii U, there's a technological leap. The Wii was specifically designed to be on the low end of the graphics curve, and it was designed that way on purpose, to keep the cost down, because it was about, again, the controller. And this time around, the Wii U has gone up graphically, so there's a noticeed improvement. But what I wonder is, does this give Sony a leg up? I mean, they've actually announced it's the PS4, so people know it's another console. They've changed the controller, so people know it's a different thing. I mean, the Wii U, people still think, for some reason, is just a controller add-on to the Wii. And it's understandable, I guess. But at the same time, were we really expecting a technological leap? I mean, now we're only getting rumors floating around the internet that Microsoft is supposed to be announcing their next generation console. And this doesn't surprise me at all. I mean, this is stuff that's been lingering around for a year or so. And I sort of wanted to address a few things. There are some people that I noticed are just like, well, what about the 10-year cycle? Well, Sony's been around for about 6, 7 years now, I think this PS3's been around. It's been quite a while. And it's gone around. I mean, you came up with the PlayStation Eye, PlayStation Move, coming out with this Magic Book thing. Sony's probably worn these accessories out, and they feel it's time for a change. They probably want to go back to using 6-axis, so they felt like they had to rebuild it from the ground up. But when I did a video about this rumor a while back, I was really expecting more or less the detachable controller with a keyboard that goes in the middle. You can watch that video, find out all about it. Kind of disappointed that it's just one main controller. I mean, yeah, I kind of see now what they mean by the move is built in, because you know you can. But that's 6-axis. That's not move. I was expecting it to separate, so you had 2 different controllers, like move. That's what I was expecting. As far as what I'm expecting out of the console, I'm just expecting really the same stuff, because the PS3 was a technological juggernaut. It didn't dominate this generation like the PS2 did. And I'm thinking that Sony is really hoping that the PS4 will dominate. But I don't think it will. I mean, the Wii U right now is going very strong. And probably once Microsoft announces its next Xbox, it's going to be forgotten about. Who knows? Really, at the end of the day, it is about preference. Make sure that you leave yours. Do you like the PS4? Are you looking forward to it? Are you going to be like me and pick one up? I definitely plan to pick one up. Maybe not launch day, but probably within the first year, depending upon when it comes out. It really depends upon what else is out at that time, how much the price is, all the stuff that's still up in the air from Sony. So we're looking forward to E3 this year, because maybe they'll clip a lot of that gray area. But I've also read that not even Sony knows what the final product for the PS4 is going to look like. So only time will tell with that. But I really think that a lot of people are kind of going overboard with their reactions to the PS4. I mean, we kind of knew it was coming. Nintendo came out with the Wii U. So you knew that that Sony and Microsoft would have to follow in suit, and so the announcement that Microsoft is coming out with supposedly another console that they're going to announce soon, no big surprise there. I mean, Sony's basically said, yeah, we're coming out for PS4. So it's nothing new particularly, nothing that surprises me anyway. But I think that's my time for now. I mean, I'm not expecting a big technological leap. I mean, again, this isn't like we're going, to some big graphics chip or anything. We might get some smoother textures, some better frames per second, and that's about it. I really think that a lot of people that have a big, true graphic counts, that they've gone over to PC, and that's where they're staying, because they are convinced that spending $1,000 a year to upgrade their machine to be the biggest and baddest machine that can be is worth the money, instead of just spending $500 once and then letting it update, whatever. But don't expect too much out of it. I just think that a lot of the games that you've seen announced at last year's E3, I wouldn't be surprised if they come over to the PC, like Watch Dogs, and what's that one that I can't remember now, Soul, whatever it is, the one that Quantic Dream's working on. I wouldn't be too surprised if a lot of these that were announced at PlayStation at their E3 presence last year, if they get bumped over to the PS4. But again, time will tell depending upon the PS4, when it comes out and all that stuff. But I think I've kind of rambled on enough, expressed my opinion, made it clear that I'm not really expecting much out of the PlayStation 4. The video that I saw showing off the supposed graphics of it, they look basically just like what the PS3 can do. So I'm not expecting too much out of the PS4 other than just the controller functionality and the whole being able to share and all this other fun stuff that the PS4 can probably bring with that interesting new controller. But make sure that you leave your thoughts, not only on the controller, on the PS4. The graphics aren't going to be that big of a difference. Do graphics even really make a difference anymore, especially on consoles? But that's my time for now, guys. As always, this has just been my opinion. Make sure you leave yours, and I'll see you guys